Hey guys, it's Anissa. So today I'm coming at you guys real cozy, real comfortable, barefaced. I'm in a little sweatsuit, you feel me? Because it's finally cold. Okay, so I'm the type of person, I love cold weather. I love fall, I love winter. My birthday's in December, maybe that's why, I don't know. But I love when it's cold. But that doesn't mean our hair does. So today I decided to make a video all about tips for curly hair during the colder months. The weather's changing, it kind of messes with our hair and how our hair reacts to the weather, and you know, it's just a lot for our hair. So today I'm going to be giving you, I don't know how many tips. I'm going to be giving you some tips to help keep your hair healthy, keep it moisturized, keep it from having a lot of frizz. So go ahead, keep on watching, like, comment, subscribe, y'all know the deal. And let me know down below if you guys like the colder weather better or if you like summer, warmer weather better. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first tip I have is to use more product when styling your hair. So after you get out of the shower, after your hair is nice and clean and wet and fresh when you're doing your little curly hair routine, I suggest using a little more product than you usually do, just because the colder air makes your hair drier, makes it more brittle. So by using more product, it'll help your wash and goes last longer and help your hair stay moisturized, even though it's gonna be windy, it's gonna be rainy, it's just gonna be cold. So your hair needs all the moisture it can get. It needs everything it can have in it to prevent the frizz, to keep the moisture in. That's how your hair starts looking a little crazy. So you want to keep all the moisture in as you can. So make sure to use a little bit more product, but don't use too much to the point where it's like weighing your curls down and where you don't have a lot of definition, don't have a lot of volume. Just like a little bit more just to help your wash and goes last longer. Okay, my second tip is to add a sealing oil to your routine. So after you do your curly hair routine, at the end, add an oil to your hair and add a lightweight oil just so, like I said before, it doesn't weigh your hair down. So I would suggest using sunflower oil. I do have a video on sunflower oil. I'll put it up here and down below. So sunflower oil is a really lightweight oil and it'll keep your hair looking shiny and lock in the moisture, just so, like I said before, the cold air won't just suck it out of your hair, okay? So add an oil to your routine and make sure it's lightweight. I think also you can add jojoba oil, any other lightweight oils you have down below that you guys suggest, because there's not only 2 lightweight oils I've tried personally. And also let me know if you guys want me to try any more. So tip number 3 is to make sure to deep condition every week. Now I think this rule goes for all year round. I think you should always deep condition your hair. But during winter, I think it's very important because your hair is going to be drier. It is going to be more sensitive. So make sure you deep condition. And like you guys have seen in my deep condition routines, I usually leave my mask on for like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, ow. I just bit my tongue. Ow, that hurt. I usually leave my mask on for like 10 minutes while I'm in the shower, shaving and all that. But during the winter, I like to leave it in a little bit longer just to get as much benefits as I can out of the mask. So I'll leave it in for about 30 minutes, and I don't want to leave the shower on that long, so I'll put the mask in my hair while I'm in the shower. I'll get out of the shower and I'll put like a cap on. You can, if you don't have a cap, you can even use like a plastic bag. That's what I usually do because it's like easier and I have to like go out and buy a cap. So put a plastic bag over your hair and just let it sit in there for at least 30 minutes to even longer if you can, just to make sure you get all the moisture you can out of the hair mask and just so your hair is really like soaking it up. And also the steam from the shower will help. So if you can, maybe try to stay in the bathroom while you're waiting for the mask to soak in your hair. So yeah, make sure to leave your mask on a little bit longer and make sure you do it once a week. Right, number 4? I think I'm at number 4. So tip number 4 is to start diffusing your hair. So while you do your wash and goes, during summer you could just wash your hair, leave the house when your hair is wet and have no problem. Your hair will probably dry pretty fast since the air is warm. But since it's winter time, your hair is not going to dry as fast, and the cold air is just going to pretty much cause more frizz on your hair, and it's going to just suck the moisture out even faster if your hair is wet. So I suggest diffusing your hair if you're doing wash and goes in the morning, just so you can make sure you're locking in all the products you just put in, and so you're not causing any more damage to your hair. And I do have a video on my channel about me diffusing for the first time, but I don't have a video on my diffusing routine. But I do have a routine now, and if you guys want to know, I can do a video on it. Just let me know down below, because I have been diffusing more often. I have gotten a little better at it, and yeah, so I'm personally going to be diffusing during the winter time more. I can do a video if you guys want, but I do suggest you diffuse your hair if you do wash and goes in the morning. Okay, tip number 5 is to deep condition before washing your hair. So this might sound a little weird, but I actually have done it before and I feel like it did help my hair, because if you deep condition before using shampoo, it's just adding moisture into your hair, because most likely your hair is already going to be dry. So if you add shampoo onto already dry, frizzy hair, it's just not a pretty sight. So if you deep condition your hair before you shampoo, your hair is going to already be moisturized, it's already going to be feeling a lot better, it's already going to be less brittle, less, you know, less dead. So I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is just a tip you can do to see if it helps your hair retain moisture more. I have done it a couple times and I feel like it did help me, but I don't know if I would do it every single time. But if your hair is like very, very dry, very, very brittle, then I would suggest you try it out. So deep condition before you wash your hair, and then same thing, leave it on for like 30 minutes, let it sit in your hair, let it really soak in there, and then wash it with shampoo, and then just do your regular routine from there. Yeah, that's just another tip you guys can do if you suffer from really dry hair during the winter. Tip number 6 is to use less protein in your routine. Hey, got bars, bro, I got bars. So use less protein in your curly hair routine. So protein is to really strengthen and thicken your hair. But at this point in the winter, we want to focus on moisture. Moisture is the key word for winter. Moisture, okay? Moisture is what we want to focus on in the colder months. You can have protein in your routine, just make sure it's not a lot. Make sure you cut out. So for me personally, I use a protein hair mask, and I use protein treatments just like rice water and things like that. So for the winter time, I'll probably just cut out the rice water, just so it's not like so severe on my hair, and rice water can be very drying. So I don't want anything that's drying my hair during the winter time, just because it is already a dry season for curly hair. So I'll use yet less protein, and this will help with less frizz and help my hair have more moisture. You don't have to cut it out completely like I said, but just don't use as much of it in your routine. But tip number 7 is to use a light oil on your second and third day hair. So when you do your wash and goes, you want them to last as long as you can. So I suggest on your second and third day, your hair might be a little bit more dry and frizzy from the wind, from the air, from the snow, wherever you live, everyone's environment is different. But yeah, so I suggest using a light oil. Like I said in the past tips, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, just make sure to put something on your hair before you leave the house, just so your hair looks more shiny, more healthy, it's more moisturized, instead of just using nothing. There's an oil sometimes, but I could literally just leave the house and not put anything on my hair. But during the winter, I like to make sure there is something on my hair, so it's not like dying of moisture. So yeah, just make sure you put something on your hair. Your hair will need it, and it will thank you. All right, and my last tip is to start this winter off with a little trim. So I suggest trimming your hair. You don't have to cut off a lot. You don't have to. If you don't need it, you don't have to. But I actually do need to trim myself. It's been a while, and I know it's been a while. So I suggest starting these cold months off with this trim. It'll just let go of all that basically dead weight you're hanging on to. And my hair isn't that bad right now. As you guys can see, it's not like the ends are still curly, they're still popping, but even then you can still have damage on your ends, especially because my hair is bleached. Yeah, it gotta go. So I am going to be trimming my hair pretty soon. I am going to be doing a video on it, so subscribe if you guys want to see how I trim my own hair at home. But yeah, I do suggest getting a trim. You don't have to do it yourself. You can obviously go somewhere if you want, but if you feel comfortable cutting it yourself, go ahead and just cut it yourself, or you can wait for my video and then follow along with that, because I am not going to be cutting a lot by any means. So yeah, go ahead and trim your hair just so you can start off with a fresh, clean slate for the winter. Hey guys, those are all the tips I have for this fall winter months. So the biggest part of this is make sure you're adding more moisture into your hair, and make sure you're paying a little bit more attention to your hair, just because it's going through a lot right now, and the cold months can really take a toll on your hair. And if you're trying to grow your hair out, this is really a good time to focus on taking care of your hair. Even if you're not, like, just focus on your hair, guys. If you focus on your hair will just look better in the end. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, like I said. Comment down below any other videos you'd like me to do. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.